was in December of 1950. The Korean War was hotly going on, and they were in the draft. And I didn't want to be drafted. I was 20 years old, and so I heard of a new outfit that was being organized out at the airport, the Air National Guard. So I'll go out and see if I can get in it. And they said, well, yeah, we can come in, but we can't put you in until the 20th, until you get a physical until the 21st of October, or 21st of January. Well, that's a ways along. I'm getting worried about that draft notice coming. I got a call right the first of the year. They said, come on out and take your physical. So I went out, I think it was the 2nd or the 4th of January, took my physical and was inducted into the Air National Guard. Well, my draft papers came on the 20th. So if I'd waited until the 21st, I'd have been in the infantry or something like that, but I didn't want to do that. When our outfit, it was the 130th Aircraft Warning Squadron, was activated, called up, we were all basic airmen, never had any training at all. But they went into my classification board to decide what to do, and I happened to be the head baker for the Granite School District school lunch as a job. And so they said, will you come into the food service, and there's a staff sergeant slot there for you. And I thought they meant I was going to become a staff sergeant right over. So I said, sure, I'll go into food service. My scores and everything else was that I could do anything they had. But I went into food service. Well, in food service at Baker, we were activated. We were sent to Latham Naval Air Station, and I was put right into the kitchen. And so I was a boss there in the bakery with no rank at all. And during that time, as all the rest of the troops went through basic training. So I was just cooking and feeding them during that time. Well, as a first lieutenant, I was able to get out of food service, and I went into what I really wanted to go into, was electronics, communications. So after that, I became communications officers for a while. And then our manning document changed, and they needed a weapons controller. So then I went to weapons controller school and became a weapons controller. About that time during the Vietnam War, they came out with the F4. The F4 didn't need me anymore. They had their controller in the back seat of the plane. But anyway, we lost our job of being in the Air Force, ACNW, and went into GIA. And the GIA was needing a more communications officer, so I was able to go back and be a communications officer again. I went through all those things without a college degree or anything. Now you got to be able to go through certain schools, pass them, be able to go up in rank, and you got to have. Well, I was told while I was in Mississippi here, my wife and me went and served a mission down in Mississippi at the Heisler Air Force Base, and I was told down there, in order to be a captain, you had to have a master's degree. And I don't know what, a doctor's degree to be a major, maybe, I don't know. But I didn't have any of that. I was just fortunate. I was treated well and had some good experience. Now, I went in the military, not because I wanted to, because I was kind of forced to. For this, since 1980-something, they done away with the draft, and all these servicemen that are in there now, men and women, have volunteered for that duty. They're in it because they want to serve our country. So I think when they finish that career, they should want to serve our country continually with these things like we do in the American Legion.